Welcome to part 79. Oh, let's go see John. November the 28th, 2024 by man's calendar. And I bet you never thought about things the way that you will now. You know, we should have been checking everything we was ever told with the Word of God to see if it lined up. And if it didn't, we should have rejected it and stopped it right then. That was the problem. People was distracted by the radio and by TV and now all these smart devices. Seen a man come in yesterday and put his hand up to the thing to pay at McDonald's. He was the first person I've seen do that with his watch. He was paying with his watch, but he had to put his hand up against the machine in order to, it's called the tap. And it received a signal from his watch, which paid his bill. The tap. Look how they've trained people like monkeys to come in and tap, 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 tap it and go, tap it and go. It's quick, it's easy, and we're on the go. And people have become so impatient. And what does the Lord teach us? By your patience, possess you your souls. And you're not patient. And you're not kind. And you're not loving. But you're moral. You're moral. I'll give that to you. That's what you want to believe. You are moral. And somehow in your mind that equals righteousness. No, that is not righteousness. That is not righteousness. Righteousness is when you are pure in heart and you don't want to do evil to other people. You don't want to backbite them. You don't want to talk about them. You don't want to hurt them in any way. You don't want to cause them any kind of pain and suffering in their life. And you'll go out of your way to help them if they need something. That's righteousness. And so, no. Morals do not equal righteousness. Devils will be moral in front of you to blind your eyes and make you think. People will say they're doing things for charity in front of you to get you to give to them money to do these charities. And then they will take that money and do whatever they want to with it. They'll give just a little bit into an actual charity thing and do an actual charity work. Just enough to keep you giving to them. That's what a lot of these megachurch preachers do, right? And you can see that they live in $1 million homes and have $1 million mansions, several of them, in fact. Several of them, in fact. And you still continue to give to these people. making them rich. And they have the money to help the poor. And the Bible even tells us, he who has the goods and don't share them, what? No. You shut up your bowels of compassion toward the world. I've heard, I've caught, I don't actually watch them, but I catch little clips of them now and again, enough to see what they're doing is wrong. And I've actually heard Jesse Duplantis and Kenneth Copeland and different ones say in these little clips, Lord, they need help. Bless them, Jesus. Well, hello. Y'all brag about having millions of dollars in the bank. Why ain't you helping them? Why are you telling Jesus to do it? You got his money. Oh, that's your money because they gave it to you. Funny, I thought they was giving it to you to help those that was less fortunate. Well, I guess I'm just a silly goose. People sow their tithes and offerings into these places that do nothing for the destitute. You're supposed to be taking care of the widows and the orphans and those that are hungry and whatnot and homeless. But no, instead you complaining and saying it's the government's job to take care of these people now. And then you get mad and complain because the government does it. Hollering, that's taxpayers' money. They can't be doing that. Well, where are they supposed to get the money to take care of these people from then? Well, then the government let them print more. Who decided the value of money in the first place? Who decided these things in the first place? Just asking. Because the Lord taught us to get things by the work of our own hands and the sweat of our own brow by tilling the earth. But y'all choose to believe that we didn't even know how to plant corn till the savages taught us. How about that? Tell me something. Would them there savages be Cain's descendants? Just asking. I'm not saying they were. I'm asking. Where'd they get their knowledge from how to plant corn? If they was the savages. They didn't know how to build houses. They didn't know how to build nothing. They took and made these little teepees and traveled around and used animal hides. What they use in the Bible for coverings, animal hides. Now, I'm grateful for my clothing, my covering, don't get me wrong, because I'm a very modest person. But I'm trying to make some points here. I'm trying to show you about the deceptions of man. Things you don't even realize are deceptions. You think it's history. Break that down again. His story. His, H-I-S, his story. S-T-R-O-Y. Story. His story. Who do you think his is? It's his story. Not the gospel. His story. And remember, they worship Lucifer as the light bringer. So whose story do you think you've been believing? Just saying. No, I don't believe in aliens. Why? Because I know there's no such thing as space. The only space in this world is what is between your ears, because apparently you ain't using it to keep you banging no more. Am I offensive? Am I rude? Am I righteous? You would say no. Am I meek? Am I kind? Am I gentle? Not to devils. Why? Because God gave me the power to tread upon serpents and scorpions. You going down. You going down. You are not staying in the kingdom of heaven. You're going out. O-U-T, out. Out. No devil shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. It is written. None. Now, I want to get back into this word, though. John 16. Because we've talked about this a little bit, and if the Lord leads me, I'll come back and visit it some more. But I wanted to, the Lord led me today because y'all claim that the harvest, which is actually supposed to be the Feast of Tabernacles, that is the actual harvest feast, not Thanksgiving. Are we to give God thanks, honor, and glory? Oh, yes. Every day. Not just on a particular day. But y'all got days now to honor man, which is creation. You got Mother's Day, Father's Day, Children's Day, Grandparents' Day, Secretary Day, Boss Day, Pastor's Day. These are just some examples. There's a lot more than this. Y'all just keep making up new. You got Son's Day, Daughter's Day, anything to honor a man. You worshiping the beast. You're worshiping beasts. And they worship the creation instead of the creator. And that's what you've done. You've run with it. You took your little idols and you worship them. Whether it be stars from television or singers and so forth like that. Or race car drivers or wrestlers. And here's one y'all was talking about recently. Boxers, I guess. Because y'all was talking about you didn't stay up late to watch no fight between, I don't know who it was. Was it Holyfield and Tyson or something like that? I don't know. I just caught what the preachers were saying a little bit. I kind of tune it out when y'all talk about stuff like that, though, because I know the truth of all that. That's just entertainment purposes to entertain devils. And that's what you're doing when you watch their entertainment, is entertaining devils. Congratulations. You have been deceived. Don't tell me that the very elect cannot be deceived. You believe... Don't tell me that the elect cannot be deceived. You believe the Indians taught us how to plant corn. When we came here on these big old boats from England and whatnot, our ancestors, you believe, come here out of England and whatnot, and the Indians taught us how to plant corn. We didn't know how to do that. We could build houses and buildings and cities and stuff, but we couldn't plant corn. What did we eat before we come here? Bricks? Just asking. Do you realize how foolish you've been? Do you realize how foolish you have been? And you think I'm the dumb one. I'll see you in the next part. Happy Thanksgiving!